Ablazify presents Fostering a Culture of Curiosity and Experimentation. When was the last time you asked a why or what if question? Why do we do things this way? What if we tried a different approach? What could happen if we weren't afraid to experiment? Too often in our workplaces and even in life, curiosity gets replaced by routine. We stop questioning, we avoid risks, and slowly, innovation dies. But here's the truth. Every breakthrough, whether in science, business, or art, started with curiosity. And every leader who wants lasting impact must learn how to foster it in their teams. Welcome to Ablazify, where we equip leaders with the skills and mindsets to create thriving teams. Today, we'll explore how curiosity and experimentation can transform your workplace into a hub of innovation, growth, and bold ideas. So, how do you build a culture where curiosity and experimentation aren't just encouraged, but celebrated? Let's explore 6 practical strategies. 1. Model curiosity yourself. Curiosity begins at the top. When leaders demonstrate curiosity by asking open-ended questions, exploring ideas outside their comfort zone, or admitting when they don't have all the answers, it gives everyone else permission to do the same. Think about it. If a leader always acts like they know everything, their team will never feel safe to question or challenge assumptions. But when you say, "That's interesting, what do you think?" or "Let's test that idea," you create a culture of learning. Curiosity isn't weakness, it's leadership strength in disguise. 2. Reward questions, not just answers. Most workplaces celebrate the person who solves the problem, but not the one who asks the question that leads to the solution. Shift that mindset. When someone asks a smart, challenging, or even unconventional question, acknowledge it. Say things like, "I love that you asked that," or "Let's explore that further." Over time, people realize that asking questions isn't risky, it's valued. This simple shift creates psychological safety, and psychological safety, in turn, fuels creativity and innovation. 3. Create safe spaces for experimentation. Innovation can't survive in fear. If people think every failed idea will be punished, they'll stop trying altogether. That's why great leaders intentionally build safe-to-fail environments. Encourage teams to run small-scale experiments. Frame mistakes as data, not disasters. Ask after each attempt, "What did we learn?" instead of "What went wrong?" Think like a scientist. Every failed hypothesis is still progress toward discovery. When people know they won't be blamed for trying, they'll start imagining new possibilities. And that's where innovation begins. 4. Encourage cross-pollination of ideas. True creativity often comes from unexpected combinations. Encourage collaboration between departments, functions, and even industries. For example, someone in HR might spark an idea that helps improve customer experience, or an engineer might inspire a new marketing approach. When diverse minds collide, fresh perspectives emerge. Leaders who intentionally mix teams and expose them to new disciplines create the perfect environment for innovation to thrive. Curiosity grows stronger when people learn from each other's worlds.
When I joined my company, the culture was very rigid. Everyone stuck to the manual and no one asked questions. Then a new director came in and did something different. She started every meeting with, "What's one thing you're curious about right now?" At first, people were hesitant, but soon those questions led to mini projects, like testing a new customer service script or tweaking a product feature. Some ideas failed, but others improved our workflow dramatically. Personally, it changed the way I worked. I felt freer to speak up, to try, and to learn. That simple habit of encouraging curiosity transformed the whole team.
5. Share stories of experiments, successes, and failures. Most organizations only highlight success stories, but there's just as much learning in what doesn't work. When leaders share their own failed experiments and the lessons they drew from them, It removes fear and builds trust. Telling your team, here's something we tried that didn't pan out, but here's what we learned, sends a clear message. You don't have to be perfect to be valuable. Celebrate the courage to experiment, not just the results. Because when people see that trying and learning are recognized, they'll be more likely to push boundaries next time. 6. Recognize small wins along the way. Big breakthroughs don't happen overnight. They're built on countless small discoveries. Leaders who celebrate incremental progress create momentum and motivation. When a team member tests a new idea, learns something valuable, or even discovers what doesn't work, acknowledge it publicly. Say, that was a smart experiment. Let's build on that. Recognition keeps curiosity alive. It reminds people that progress is a journey of continuous learning, not instant perfection.
As a manager, I used to believe my job was to prevent mistakes. I thought experimentation was risky and could hurt productivity. But over time, I noticed my team was disengaged. No one shared ideas, and we kept repeating the same processes, even when they weren't effective. After attending a leadership workshop, I decided to shift. I created a monthly experiment day, one afternoon where the team could test any idea, no matter how small. At first, results were mixed. But slowly, we started discovering better ways to work. One experiment even reduced our project timeline by 20%. More importantly, the team became energized again. They weren't just following orders, they were exploring. That's when I realized fostering curiosity isn't a luxury, it's essential for growth.
Now, imagine working in an environment where curiosity isn't shut down, but sparked, where experiments aren't feared, but celebrated, where your team sees challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to explore. That's the power of curiosity. It drives innovation. It fuels motivation, and it transforms ordinary teams into extraordinary ones. So here's your challenge. This week, spark curiosity. Ask your team an open-ended question. Celebrate a small experiment, or simply admit, I don't know, let's figure it out together. Watch how these small actions open doors to big possibilities. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, drop a comment, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that curiosity is the fuel of progress. And don't forget to subscribe to Ablazify for more insights on leadership, growth, and personal success, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.